Well, now, before our late look at the weather, a look at the programmes for Thursday evening on BBC1. At 7 o'clock, we're off to Albert Square to meet the EastEnders. That's followed at 7:30 by our weekly foray into the science and technology of tomorrow's world. John Peel and Janice Long will be playing The Top of the Pops at 7:55, and at 8:30 it's Comedy All the Way with Lenny Henry. At 9:25, after the news, the Texan tycoon with a taste for danger, Matt Houston, begins a new series by tackling the problem of an over-amorous nurse. Donald McCormick takes the chair for Question Time at 10:15, and around the table with him this week are MPs Linda Chalker, Roy Jenkins, Jack Straw and Gordon Wilson. And finally at 11:15, Part 3 of The Learning Machine takes a look at the gender gap, with Celia Hoyles exploring the myths and prejudices about girls and computing. Well, that's Thursday evening on BBC1. And now here's our late look at the weather. Most eastern parts of Britain will have a rather cloudy day tomorrow with outbreaks of rain, although it should at least tend to slowly brighten up. Western parts will have some sunshine, but also scattered showers, these heavy in places. In the west of Scotland, the showers will be few and far between. Eastern coastal areas will be cold again, and other areas will be cooler than today, with temperatures around 14 or 15 degrees Celsius. That's 57 to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's the weather for tomorrow.
We recently road tested the current model of pedestrian. Morning cold start, poor. Fuel consumption, heavy. The model needed topping up throughout the day. Road holding, fair. But in bad conditions, brakes were unreliable. And although the same model has been in production for some time now, spare parts are hard to obtain. However, the makers assure us that it is rust-proof and all essential parts should last a lifetime. But where our model really did badly was resistance to damage. All tests show that in collision with other vehicles, it always came off worst, with 27,000 each year seriously damaged or total write-offs. So we strongly recommend that when you take this model on the roads, you proceed at all times with great caution.
That was a public information film. Well, there we come to our last look at the clock for this evening. The time, it's just after 2 minutes to midnight. A reminder that BBC Radio 2 stays on the airwaves right through the night. At the moment there's Brian Matthew, who's just about to go round midnight. And 1 o'clock, Charles Nove takes over with Night Ride. And looking slightly further ahead, tomorrow and Friday at 6:05 in the evening, the John Dunn Show comes from the Channel Islands and focuses on the life of the islanders under the German occupation 40 years ago. That's the John Dunn Show on Radio 2, of course. But now, as we come to the end of this day, the 8th of May, 1985, VE Day, celebrated, this is Robin Whitting from the Television Centre in London wishing you all a very peaceful night and also a very good night. Good night to you.